A huge step in Waylon Jennings' musical journey as an icon in not only country music but the music industry is when he accepted the role of being a touring musician, the basis for rock and roll legend and Texas native Buddy Holly's band in the late 1950s. However, as Jennings became the bassist for Buddy Holly's backing band, he would soon hit the road for what was known as the Winter Dance Party Tour, and it was during this tour where Waylon Jennings and Buddy Holly allegedly exchanged words that would haunt Waylon Jennings until his passing on February 13th, 2002. So, back in the early part of 1959, Buddy Holly's band changed traveling arrangements during the winter tour, as it had been quite brutal for them traveling such long distances in inclement weather throughout the Midwest on an unheated tour bus, so much so that Holly's drummer at the time was even hospitalized for frostbite on his toes. So in order to make the traveling simpler, a private plane was rented to head to another tour stop all the way out in Moorhead, Minnesota, after their performance at the Surf Ballroom in Clear Lake, Iowa. It was this trip that became legend because on February 3rd, 1959, Buddy Holly, Ritchie Valens, the Big Bopper J.P. Richardson, and the pilot of the rented plane, Roger Peterson, tragically lost their lives after the plane had crashed not too far from Clear Lake, Iowa. This day would be known as the day music died, coined by Don McLean in his 1971 hit song American Pie, as Buddy Holly was an idol for Don McLean. And as for Waylon on this particular day, that he sidestepped an early death as he swapped out seats on the plane with who is believed to be J.P. Richardson and continued to travel by way of the tour bus. It is alleged that it would be this new traveling arrangement amongst the band members that sparked the chilling conversation between Waylon Jennings and Buddy Holly just before the plane crashed and Holly lost his life. Just as this all got sorted out amongst the band prior to the plane taking off for their next tour stop, it has been alleged that Buddy Holly jokingly turned to Waylon and said, "Well, I hope your old bus freezes up," where Waylon returned jokingly and replied, "Well, I hope your old plane crashes." It has been alleged that those words from Waylon haunted him until his passing, but Waylon had so much admiration for Buddy Holly, and Holly saw the promise in Jennings without question. Waylon has even paid homage by covering Buddy Holly's music in his career. The loss of Buddy Holly will never be forgotten, and Waylon Jennings, as Buddy Holly knew it, became one of the largest icons in country music and music history. There is no question that we will also forever miss Waylon Jennings too. As always, thank y'all for tuning in here at Country Cast. That will be all for today's video. Remember to tune in for retros into country music and all of the latest country music news.